Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this Ralcam articulating borescope. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description on Amazon, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. Let's get this open. So it comes in this nice case here, it has a handle on it. So here we have the borescope. Let's look at the accessories here real quick. We have some cables. It's like a microfiber and some cleaning cloths. Here's the manual. So here are the parts. We have mobile phone holder, rotate wheel, handle, flexible snake tube, megapixel HD probe, USB interface, Type-C charging interface, power on charging indicator light, power on off LED adjust button, and photo video button. So this borescope uses your phone as the display. It connects up to an app. It's called Find Your Borescope. This talks about the operation of it. You can pause and read through that. Here are the specs. This is the F408A model here. So this has 8 LED lights, has a 1/5 inch CMOS sensor. The head goes greater than or equal to 180 degrees in both directions. Has a 2200 milliamp hour lithium polymer battery. Working hours is about 120 minutes. It's 2 megapixel. This talks about application environment. Operating temperature for the tube is -10 to 70 degrees Celsius. The whole machine is -10 to 50 degrees Celsius. Now the camera part is waterproof, the rest of it is not. And then there's different cautions here, so you'll want to read through all that before you use it. And here are the cables to hook everything up, and they are nice braided cables, so that's nice. Take a look at the borescope. So here's the end, has a little cover on it. Pull that off, you can see the end here. And now here's the party trick. We can turn this and it articulates. So that's really slick. So say you're inspecting a cylinder on an engine, you can stick this in there and you can turn it around, and then you could rotate this with your fingers and you can look all around. If you just have a straight borescope, you have to kind of bend it a little bit and hope it stays in that position once you get it in. This thing you can actually bend it around. Now you do want to straighten this out before you pull it out of the hole you're inspecting, and you can tell it's straight because the L and the R will be on either side of this, so you get it straight like that. Then we have this phone mount. Looks like it's a threaded thing here. Oh, that feels really nice. There's like a knurled knob here. I'm guessing this unscrews. Yep, this has a 1/4 thread on it. So let me get this charged up and connected up. Here I have a phone. I've downloaded the app already. Put it in here. So the phone will plug in here into the USB port. Looks like that is on or activated. And I don't know if this is charged, so I will plug this in. You can charge this with a USB charger. So I'll give that a little charge there. And let's pull up the app. So it says file selection, setting footer, please connect the device. So I'll hold down the power button to turn it on. The phone buzzed. It says it would like to access your photos. I'll allow it to do that. Wants to connect to the network. Say got it. Okay. Okay, so here we are. So I'll close this here. Turn off my light. So I stuck this in the side of this case, and here I can look around in it. That's really nice. This is really easy to use one-handed. Let me get a measurement on this here. So this is just over 3 feet. So I'm going to get this charged up, and then I'll go find some things that we can test this on. Okay, so I'm here at my dryer, and I'm going to put the borescope down where the lint trap is. So this would be like if you want to check out the fan, maybe it's rattling or something. So I'll go down here. And now I can move the head to inspect the fan. So here we can see the fan, and it just looks like it's in great shape. So I'm actually recording my screen, but I can also record the video. Now I do need to clean the rest of this out, obviously. So I'm going to straighten this back out, and then I'll pull it out. Okay, so now I'm at my furnace condensate drain. So this is a PVC pipe that goes into my furnace, And you can see there's a little T down here. So it's a little tricky. It'll get easier as I get used to it, but I'm going to attempt to look at this part of the PVC. So when I put this in, I'm going to have it in an orientation where I can move the head of it into that T. But otherwise, you can see we can inspect the pipe here and see if it has anything clogging it. And here I turned that right angle so I can look inside of that T, and it looks clear. Okay, so here I'm at a lawnmower, and I've taken the spark plug out. So we'll put the borescope in the spark plug hole, and here we can see the cylinder. Now that it's in there, I can move the head around so I can look at the sides. I'll stick it in there further. And I can rotate it around. Now for a bigger cylinder, I could potentially even look at the valves using this. Okay, so here I am at my engine of my car, and I'm just going to poke around and inspect different things here. So we'll take a look under the intake manifold. So I can stick this under here, and I can inspect it for things like leaks or broken hoses, things like that. So here's the starter. Here you can even see like the part number on it. So that's the Ralcam articulating borescope. So I just went over a few scenarios where you can use a borescope like this. I found it very easy to use. There are many situations where you're repairing something where you can put a borescope in somewhere and you can investigate before you tear into something, and it can really save you a lot of time. Now, one thing I want to point out is that when this app starts up, it starts up in the 720p mode, and you'll need to click on where it says HD and switch it to 1080p if you want to do that, or you can switch it down to 640 by 480. So the first clips you watched were at 720p and the last one was at 1080p. I didn't think there was a huge difference between the 720p and 1080p. I think the more important thing is positioning this where you get a good angle of what you're actually trying to shoot. But the video quality out of this was very clear. So if you're digging around in a furnace or something and need to get a model number off some motor or something that's buried, I think this is clear enough to get that for most cases. So I don't think I covered it before, but it has the different buttons on here. So you hold down this to turn it on, but you can also press this to change the light. So if you want less light, you can do that. And then you can turn the camera on and off here. So you can press it once to take a snapshot, you can hold it down to turn video on, or you can also just control it right on your phone. So I think this is going to be a nice addition to my diagnostic tool arsenal. I really like the 3-foot length of this. It's going to let me get into anywhere I need to on a car or appliance, and it's really easy to handle. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.